Hello YouTubers, this is DeathKiller8281 and today I'm going to bring you some search and destroy tips in Village. And this is actually a real gameplay, just in case you didn't know. And you're probably wondering, why am I using the Dragunov with an ACOG sight? And the reason is that I'm actually trying to get the title for every single Modern Warfare 3 gun. And the title is Maximum Weapon Proficiency. And I was actually trying to unlock that title for this gun. Okay, moving on to the tips. The first tip would be that to use the gun to where it works best, like a sniper, like a sniper, like an MSR would work best at long range, but a shotgun, like a striker, would work best at short range. So try to use the weapon where it's actually meant to be used, because in Village or in many search and destroy maps, in almost every single Call of Duty map, there's a lot of long range and short range encounters, and you want to be able to defend yourself. Like if you have a shotgun and you're going into like an alley, like I just did right now, well, not an alley but more of a corridor, and if you go into there, you will get killed by a sniper, like all the way across the map. But if you have a sniper, you can actually defend yourself, or an assault rifle or a light machine gun. The next tip would be to check your corners. In search and destroy, there's so many people who just stay in the corner and just wait for you to pass by, and that's a really good reason to just always check your corners, because there's a bunch of search and destroy places where a bunch of people just stay right there camping in the corner and just waiting for you just to pass by so they can kill you. The next tip is actually a perk, and the perk I'm talking about is Assassin. And Assassin, what it does is that if you have members in the enemy team who have a UAV up, or they have portable radars scattered across the map near the bomb sites, Assassin, what it actually does is that it doesn't make you show up in the enemy's minimap. So it's actually really useful if you want to stay hidden, and it's actually a really great perk. And the next perk is actually Sit Rep. And Sit Rep, what it actually does is that it helps you see enemy equipment like claymores and bouncing betties and all those enemy equipments that can kill you, and then also portable radars if you don't have Assassin and you're just trying to stay hidden. But the reason I'm actually telling you about Sit Rep is that I mean it would really, I bet, and especially in search and destroy, since you only have one life, it would really get y'all angry if y'all die to somebody's claymore or their bouncing betty. And Sit Rep Pro is even better, because if you are a person who has a headset and you love to sound whore like I do, you can easily just find out where people are without even looking at them. You already know where they are, and then you can just kill them. The next tip is actually a really great tip, because it's also a really simple one. The next tip is for people who use unsuppressed weapons. I suggest using suppressed weapons, because suppressed weapons, for example, if you're the last person on your team alive and the whole enemy team is alive and you're using an unsuppressed weapon and you just kill one of the enemy team, the rest of the enemy team already know where you are. So most likely you're gonna die easily. So there's no point, well, there is a point for you to try, maybe you'll get lucky, but you will probably die. And the next tip after that one is actually to use a portable radar, because every once in a while you're going to come to a search and destroy map with people who are not even using Assassin, so they're just going to be dying extremely easily, because people who have their UAV up and running, or people who have a portable radar, are going to know where they are at. And the next tip I'm going to give you, it's actually optional. Like, it depends on what you think you're better at. It's actually about assault and support kill streaks. The assault kill streak is actually for me, when it comes to search and destroy, I think it's for higher skilled players, because search and destroy, you only have one life, And if you mess up 4 times in search and destroy and die 4 times, you have no other choice. Like, you can't do anything else. But if you're one of those skilled players who run the assault class and survive a lot, every game they get like 6 kills and 0 deaths, then I suggest going assault. And the kill streaks for assault, I would suggest the UAB, just in case there's enemies who are not using assassin. The care package, because sometimes from the care package you'll get things like Jargonaut and AC-130s, and those things are great. And sometimes you'll even get things that aren't really that great, like the IMS. But for search and destroy, for if you place the IMS next to a bomb site, that's not that bad. And the Predator missile, because a bunch of people do not put blind eye in search and destroy as one of their perks. And for support kill streak, for me, in my opinion, for the lower skilled players, I would suggest the UAB, the counter UAB, and the SAM turret. The UAB for people who are not using assassin on the enemy team. The counter UAB because it's like 1 kill away from the UAB, so then you can just take out the enemy's UAB and then also call in take out the enemy's minimap, and then you can also call in your UAB. And then with a SAM turret, you can just take down your enemy's UAV if they have one up and running. And the next tip is actually a really great tip. It's for when you or your teammate kill somebody in the enemy team. I always suggest looking at their feet, because sometimes the person that you or your teammate just killed might be the bomb carrier of the enemy team. And then your enemies won't have no other option but just to go and pick up the bomb, to plant it, and that's like their last option to win that round. And if you camp or you just patrol the area or just hold your ground, you can easily kill them. And well, that's it for this commentary.